Game just started. I'm watching right up there. Hey, Cindy. Let me know if anything's wrong in the audio and video. 5-0 Orlando Magic. It's the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Orlando Magic. Game just started. 10 minutes and 30 seconds in the first quarter. I've been a Los Angeles Laker fan since Kobe and Shaq were together. I think I officially became a fan 2003, 2004, when Kobe and Shaq had a chance to three-peat. They won 2 in a row, 2 titles in a row, and then they had a chance to three-peat, but Shaq got all fat, and Kobe and kind of called him out for being not having good work ethic. And so the media made this huge thing about Kobe and Shaq being in a feud, and that's the year that that whore accused Kobe of rape. He was accused of rape, and then she acquitted. She dropped the case because evidence was found of 3 or 4 different individual cum stains on her underwear. She had coke in her system, so she's a coke whore. And Kobe made a mistake just like Shaq and all the other guys in the NBA, and you don't want to break that bro code. Hold on a second, I got a phone call. Yo, what's going on? Fucking starting to like the game. Well, yeah, you guys, the birth is 19 pounds. That's actually kind of average because I was about 8.5. Bro. Thirteen pounds coming out of a vagina. That's either that's good for her.
Taking it to the Lakers and Serge Ibaka right in the middle of the block party as they go up 10-0. This is a tire display. A tire tribute to the way Friggen Tires does business. A straightforward stack of high-grade rubber and industry we trust. Tires by Michelin and BF Goodrich, built with top-notch science and safety in mind, and professionally installed by the team at Hangout. So stop in now and get up to $70 off for installed select Michelin or BF Goodrich tires. Hangout Tires, the team you trust. Now Nashville Hot Chicken is back. KFC's delicious Nashville Hot Chicken has the spicy, smoky flavor of Nashville. And it's back as a new Chicken Little, Crispy Tenders, or Extra Crispy Chicken. Get it at KFC now, Bill. KFC, thanks for the chicken. It's finger looking good. If you want to save on a new Nissan during the you're in advance. For a limited time, save up to $10,000. Get to Nissan now for last-minute savings on our full line. Offers end January 3rd. Take on any gas. Only new theaters. Save up to $10,000 on select models, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 11 models.
See how far we can take you. Reach further with East West Bank, your financial bridge.
Yo, sorry about that, everyone. I just made myself cage-free, certified organic, no hormones. But is it really true? Is it really cage-free? Is it really farm-raised just because they're beautiful brown eggs? How? I remember back in my day when organic food was just called food. Jack Black. Fucking Midnight Rose. Goddamn screen watchers. Why don't you people live life? I'm sitting here now, and I'm not at my mother and father's house anymore, but I still get made fun of for being at my mother and father's house, even though I moved out for the 6th time. How many people have moved out of their parents' house and pay rent? Good, I'm glad. I hope you own your own place. I hope you built it. But I'm here in wintertime in sunny San Diego. And it's wintertime, so it's foggy for 2 weeks and it rains for 2 weeks. And it's only like 65 degrees. 60 degrees. Holy shit! Lakers are getting fucking killed. It's 10-0, and there's about 7 minutes left in the first. We haven't scored anything in 5 minutes. So all sports. Sorry for talking with my mouth with food in it. All sports it's just all globalism propaganda. That's why they're in love with balls. And then you got the cheerleaders that come out and dance for their men. Such intelligent men and women. These athletes are super intelligent. Way more intelligent than all you guys in the chat room. Way more intelligent than you and I. All these athletes, they went to top colleges. Didn't you people know? So they all have to be super intelligent people. They all had to pass the grades. Didn't you know that? There's no such thing as bribery or teachers, professors allowing their students to pass because they're super good athletes. There's no such thing as that. There's no such thing as certain schools paying these kids in high school, bribing them, which is illegal. You're not allowed to pay these kids before they go into college. Actually, you're not allowed to get paid while you're in college if you're on a sports team, even though you're making the college universities millions of dollars. Isn't that interesting? Sorry for chewing with my mouth and shit. I haven't eaten all day. I'm fucking hungry. Yo, what's up, my man? Is this fucking chat room still going? Huh, whatever. Are there people? I don't even know how many people are watching. Whatever. I'm here to hang out. What in the fuck? See, the Orlando Magic and their symbol, Orlando Magic symbol, is a magical basketball with their bloodlines on it, like you said, the shape of the beetle, or a lot of other things, with stars on the basketball. All the numbers that they choose, like Larry Bird being 33, Michael Jordan being 23, Shaq being 32 and 33, Kobe being 8 and 24, LeBron being 23. All these numbers break down gematria-wise. Any gematria fans watching this? And wouldn't you know it, all the gematria lines up with this, with how many years that these players are contracted with, because they're on a contract and they make a certain amount of money. Can't break the contract. You can't smoke weed to take away your pain. You could sure take pills though. Oh, that's just delicious. Thank you, little yokelings, for your substance. Pretty much what I eat every day is those delicious, organic, cage-free eggs. And yes, I'm aware that it's probably not organic and cage-free just because it says it. Still makes me feel better. Robert Anton Wilson was he experimented, and I mean, I was a vegetarian for 8 months, 10 months, almost a whole year. Vegetarian, that's the level below veganism. And there's like levels of vegetarianism. People are fucking all high and mighty. You have levels of each word that you have. If you're a vegetarian, well, there's levels of vegetarianism. So you eat. And then if you're a vegan, oh, then there's levels of veganism. Are you a raw vegan? Or are you just a regular vegan? Just like all flat earthers were globe heads, all vegans were once meat eaters, unless your parents raised you to be a vegetarian or a vegan. In that case, you were very lucky. You see how that works? How can you be a vegan flat earther and then make fun of all the other ones who aren't? That's the same exact bullshit. Sounds like more egoic bullshit happening. And I'm all about building up egos and then tearing them down. Building up egos and tearing them down. Building up egos and tearing them down. And I do it mainly to myself. But I'm what would be called a non-dualist. I don't like to get into petty arguments about good and evil. Well, hey, buddy. Oh, this is what evil is. This is what evil is, okay? I know. And this is what good is. I know. Yeah, I like to feel like it's not that I like to feel, it's that I've transcended the good and evil paradigm a long time ago. Dualism, that's, yeah, you're a dualist. You believe in good and evil. You believe in good and evil. Well, because there's, Dan, what do you mean believe? There's evidence all over that evil truly does exist. I still, how could you know? So I'm what would be categorized or labeled as a non-dualist. I don't like to get sucked up in your little religious arguments, because then usually Jesus will come into the conversation. So I get called a Jesus freak, a Satanist, a pee drinker. That was a funny one. It's like, okay, well, if you actually research into urine therapy, there's like a lot of benefits to it. It's not that I'm drinking my pee and rubbing piss on my face that I pinched from the middle stream. You have to get the pee in the middle. That's the pure pee. And you rub it on your face, gets rid of your wrinkles. It's like, yeah, no, I drank pee once when I was a little kid. I'm pretty sure we all did, right? We tested it, we're like, well, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm in the bathtub here, pee. Let's just, oh God, that tastes like fucking weird motherfucking. So I got people calling me a Satanist, a pee drinker. What else do they call you? Oh, brain dead retard. So, but it's a shame though. I'm the one who's brainwashed by the government psyop, flat Earth. Right? I don't need a New Year's resolution to be a better person. I set daily goals the moment I wake up. And I can accomplish these goals with baby steps. Every flat earther used to believe they were on a globe. Stop trying to explain it to us. So, hello everyone in the chat room. Welcome to the Church of NASA and the space religion called Globalism. If you're a globalist, if you voted, you're a globalist. And we'll teach you how to worship your favorite gods, such as Helios, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Saturn's their favorite. That's what we're in right now. Christmas used to be called Saturnalia. Motherfucker, that's called a bailout foul. Don't forget your favorite god, gravity. Now let's see here. How do I switch this? Yep. Let's see here. Yes, all flat earthers, geocentrists, synchronous, whatever you want to say, were globe heads at one point. Same with being a meat eater. All vegans were once meat eaters, unless they had awesome parents. There are levels, scales, or degrees in everything. Just like if you're anti-cannabis person. If you're anti-cannabis, that means you don't have a brain in your head. Your brain's been turned off. Oh, a plant? Oh, that plant's terrible for you. You're being mind controlled. So I'm being mind controlled by a fucking plant that grows naturally. Well, yeah, didn't you know? The government is fucking with the chemicals. Well, yeah, that's what they're trying to do. So if there's any anti-cannabis people listening, you're ignorant. You're neshin. You can still learn. It's okay that you get paranoid. You feel like you get paranoid or you get claustrophobic because you're not a good person. Because you're not stable. Because you have no plans. You don't make any plans. You have no conscience. You can't even smoke a joint, smoke a bowl, take a bong rip, take a vaporizer rip, and be calm with yourself and be calm with your mentality and your emotions because you're so unstable. You're so not whole. You're so dual. You're so stuck in the dualistic paradigm of yin and yang, yin and yang. I don't even like to call myself a non-dualist. Oh, now I'm a non-dualist where I've taken the yin and the yang and with the dot, the moon, and the sun inside of each symbol, and I've combined it, and I made it into one whole synergetic system. And I use it with the earth. It's like my intuition, Earth's intelligence coming through me. And I know it comes off as intense, but that's how I've learned to focus it so far, because that's how I am. And I won't apologize for it. My ego personality. I take my ego personality and I stick its head in a fucking door and I slam it over and over again. And I bring it out. I have ice packs all prepared for it. I ice myself down, try to give myself a massage, because it's very rare that people want to help you out and do that, unless you're at like an awesome Jake Ducey seminar or something. Jake Ducey is just check out Jake Ducey's work. He's like a super optimistic, positive thinking type of guy. I mean, I'm optimistic, but I'm also a conspiracy hunter, so I have to decode. I have to. What's it called? Alan Watts or no? Carl Jung said. What is it? We make the unconscious conscious by taking the darkness and turning it into light. And I'm paraphrasing that. So it's not by sitting around in your little lotus position and meditating. Oh, meditation and just meditation and veganism was what does it for me. Okay, I don't need plants or power plants or drugs. They call it drugs, even though drugstores are everywhere you go. At every corner, there's a drugstore, and those are legal. But the nature's drugs, no, those are legal. Yeah, nature's drugs are illegal though. The drugs that can't be taxed. Hey, Felix. Urban Alchemist, what's up? So yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh. So these are commercials. Shit, I was supposed to be paying attention to the commercials so I can break down here. Yeah, eat our cheeseburgers, drink our beer. Yeah, see, I stopped eating at. Wouldn't you know it? I never smoked weed my entire life. I chose not to smoke weed. I said no. I said no. Was that drug programs? The war against drugs, that's all a lie, that they steal all of your money and all of our money and all of our tax dollars with. And these endless fucking programs. The war on drugs, the war on terrorism. So I didn't smoke weed my entire life until I was 19 years old. That's when I made an adult decision, conscious. All my friends trying to get me to smoke for all the years through high school, I said no. And then suddenly Alien versus Predator came out. And I was 19 years old. My friends asked me, "Hey, you wanna smoke?" And I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go see fucking two of my favorite motherfucking fictional creature things fight each other. I want to get high. So that coincidentally is the year I stopped eating fast food. So the year I started smoking cannabis, and wouldn't you know it, the year I started smoking cannabis, I had bad asthma my whole life because of vaccines, growing up in a stressful environment with stress-filled and anxiety-filled parents, and also a poor diet, fast food. Not blaming my parents for anything. It's just you gotta see it. That's where it's from. Probably my dad smoking cigarettes gave me some type of asthma. So yeah, so being surrounded by cigarette smoke will stunt your child's growth, especially if you're giving them. If he's surrounded by cigarette smokes, you're giving him vaccines, he's on a bad diet, and you're fucking unhappily married. The kid's probably, and if you don't give the kid attention, he's going to grow up with, and then be diagnosed with ADD in school. And because that kid doesn't want to pay attention to indoctrination garbage, evolution, spaceballism from school. So I started smoking weed when I was 19, make my own adult conscious choice, and I suddenly, my asthma, I don't have to take my inhaler anymore. My asthma gets lessened by half. Isn't that strange? My asthma and my inhaler taking gets cut drastically in half. And then I make the decision to stop eating table salt forever. I haven't eaten table salt since I've been 19 years old. I only eat that nice pink Himalayan salt. I made the decision to stop eating McDonald's and fast food when I was 19 years old. Is that another coincidence? Is that another coincidence? Man. So I started smoking cannabis, weed. Oh, by the way, it's originally called cannabis, and then the government had to, because you can't make nature illegal, they have to invent a word called marijuana. That's the terminology, the legal term for it. So then they can make it into their thing that they own. They own cannabis. It's not cannabis, now it's marijuana. And now you have everyone calling it weed, pot, marijuana. Because you're all fucking brainwashed and ignorant. Neshin. It's not your fault you don't know about the benefits of cannabis. It's actually a anti-mind control. Helps you not be mind controlled. I've fallen in love with the word bollocks lately. Fucking love the word bollocks. Fucking bollocks. Goddamn Spaceballs is fucking bollocks. Evolution's bollocks. Big Bang is fucking super bollocks. Yo, what's up, caveman? Speaking of anti-mind control, I'm gonna help myself. Hold on here, everyone. All you people watching are fucking cool. Aldo is right here. It's fucking cool. Yo, hold on a sec. I'm just gonna make a nice gin and juice. A nice gin and juice. Oh, my pitcher is frozen. Time for some frop. I don't think my pitcher is frozen, is it? I hope not. So let me know if my pitcher's frozen. Jordan Clarkson drew that pass by taking like he was going to cut to the basket and he stopped after one step. And Zubas made the pass right out of bounds. 7:22 to go in the half. Lakers down 18. They live and breathe Beechwood Age beer. We live and breathe Charborough grass-fed beef. And today, beer cheese on the burger. Introducing the beer cheese bacon burger. With grass-fed beef and applewood smoked bacon. And now for beer cheese bacon fries at Carl Jr. All right. I'm all fropped up now. Okay, commercials. What? Oh, McRib. What do you know? Fast food, promoting fast food. McDonald's. They just showed a pig symbol. That's an arc, a 3. Here's another commercial now. It's all just total programming, 100%. The holidays, gotta buy your stuff here. The holidays are the holy days, by the way. Hey, can you hear me? Is the volume too loud? Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat rooms if you guys can hear me. Let me know in the chat rooms because there's multiple chat rooms. Another McDonald's commercial. Another McDonald's commercial just came on. By the way, McDonald's was the official sponsor of the Olympics. If you didn't notice that, you brainwashed idiots. How can you have McDonald's be the sponsor of the Olympics, and you have the top athletes in the world in their commercials, like stupid, retard, Satanist LeBron James. Yeah, I'm LeBron James. You know, I promote McDonald's. Yeah, I'm LeBron James. I promote McDonald's because, like, I have humanity's best interest in heart. You know, I'm LeBron James. You know, I give away millions of dollars to kids and charities, and I pay for kids' I pay for kids' school fees and programs, you know. And I make good globe heads. I make good globe heads. I make good globe head army everywhere I go. Just making globe head army. I'm sorry, I have to watch it. I have to study it. I stopped watching wrestling though. WWE? Jesus fucking Christ. I used to watch that shit all the time. I loved it. When I was a teenager, like 16 years old, I remember saying, oh, I'll never stop watching wrestling. Why would I ever stop? Why would I ever stop watching wrestling? That doesn't even make any fucking sense. And I've been on and off watching wrestling. I stopped I stopped watching wrestling for years, probably when I was around like 18, 19 years old, like when all those wrestlers, all those awesome dudes left. And then and then when you discover that the earth is flat, well, first, conspiracies in general. Like I was into the sports conspiracies, and there's so many fucking conspiracies that I was just a conspiracy hunter. I just kept going down the rabbit hole. I'm surprised you still haven't immaculated your TV. No, I have to. So I stopped watching. I mean, when I lived with my grandma, I was living with my grandma in Colorado Springs, Boulder, Colorado Springs. I was living next to the Cheyenne Mountain, next to NORAD, underground base. See, I was into all these things a long time ago. I was into the hollow earth, into the inner earth and the hollow earth, like 2009. Admiral Byrd studying the inner earth and the hollow earth and Nazi conspiracies, and is Hitler the good guy? So Eric Dubé's getting all this shit about being a pro-Hitler. Yeah, okay. That's one of the biggest conspiracies there is. That's a top 5 conspiracy right there. I have a little list. So like I was saying, I have a whole bunch of streams of thoughts going right now. So when I was 19 years old, I started smoking cannabis. My asthma got cut pretty much in half. I stopped eating table salt, which is awful for you, and I stopped drinking soda pop, which is aspartame and awful for you. That's another conspiracy. And then the fast food, stopped eating that when I was 19 years old. I'm 31 now. That's a long time ago. So, and then because fate or source or God or the nameless one, which is probably my personal favorite. The nameless one thought it was a good time to take my brother away and from my family and myself and from himself. And that is another rabbit hole that one goes on. That's an emotional rabbit hole. One that you can't get over. You can get over. You can definitely get over it, but it's something that can't be forgotten, for Christ's sake. Oh yeah. And then, like my roommate said, practically my best friend, because I've gotten rid of all toxic people in my life, friends and family. I don't have many friends. Personal, close, true, moral, critical thinking friends that I can trust 100%. And I'm looking for those people. Terrence McKenna said, find the others. I'm in the process of finding the others. So when you deal with a personal tragedy, when you're already a conspiracy hunter and you deal with a personal tragedy with your brother passing away and his heart is still beating in another man, donated his heart to another man, and he's alive and thankful and with his family now. And so you become more spiritual. You lose touch in materialism. I did, speaking for myself. And so like there's levels of depression. You get depressed. You don't want anything to do with anyone. Pull away from society. You turn away. And actually, I took my brother's job, which was he was a teacher's aide at the Stanley G. Falk School in Buffalo, New York, where you teach bad kids of all ages. And my brother was going to be a college sports teacher. I don't know what he was going for, either lacrosse, because he was a lacrosse teacher, but he was probably going to change either the baseball or basketball, or I don't know what he was going to do. He was 26 years old, and I was 22 years old when that happened. And that's something I'm trying to be more open about. Well, people are saying it's not working. Of course, it stops working when I start talking about something super serious. Is this working? Is my video feed and the audio feed working? Because I don't want to start fucking around with it and screw around with shit like I always do. But yeah, so I took my brother's place after like six months, and that teaching those little kids, and teaching those kids who weren't even that much freaking younger than me. I mean, I was like 22 at the time, and I was dealing with some kids that are like 18 and 19 years old, that were like, and kids that are bigger than me, taller than me, over 300 pounds. These kids are huge, and it was a privilege to learn and to be around all these kids and all these. It's just shitty. These kids look at you like they're your fucking father or mother because their father or mother left. And so I was pretty goddamn depressed at the time, and actually some of the kids thought I was my brother, and like were confused and shit. Because the school was the Falk School. My last name is Falkenbach. it's spelled the same exact way. So all the kids called me Mr. Falk, and my brother was called Mr. Falk. So working at the Falk school, and everyone calls me Mr. Falk. And my brother, everyone called my brother Mr. Falk. So, and I looked like him. I had short hair at the time. So I had short hair, yeah. So I started smoking, and I took it. I was like, you know what? When I was depressed, okay. So when I was depressed, yeah. So yeah, I was depressed for a year, and I stopped. I decided that I was just gonna grow my hair, pretty much, and just keep growing it. It's been almost a decade, 8 years, and I only get my hair cut like once a year. But yeah, so you keep digging, and I got myself out of my depression, and the kids help with that. The kids helped get me out of my depression, the teaching and seeing that what they're surrounded with, which was much worse than what I was dealing with. So so then I took everything I learned from that, because I was a teacher's aide at the Stanley G. Falk School for over a year, and I was making good money there. And I ended up recording myself getting fired, because I knew I was going to get fired that day. So I dressed up all really nice. Like I dressed up in like almost like a suit and tie, and I had my recorder, because I like to record things. And I've always been into camera work. Like when Jackass was on television, I got a camera, and I was the guy directing Jackass videos, and had a whole crew of our Jackass clowns, and we did all the Jackass stuff. So I've always been into being behind the camera and directing ideas and getting ideas and people together and making people laugh through some sort of like Jackass. Johnny Knoxville he is an actor. It's like, if anyone in the chat room doesn't realize that Johnny Knoxville is he like went to a classically he's classically trained. Like at like top theaters. He's not just a jackass. You're a jackass if you don't know that. You've been duped. Oh, spinning moons commercials. Holy shit! This is total fucking flat Earth symbolism right there. There's a flat Earth fucking platform, and they're showing the moon, and it was a dark figure, and it was circling around. All right, fuck these commercials. I was talking spiritual awakening and getting out of my depression, and then I made the decision to travel to California. Kind of to either get out of my depression, either pretty much to die, get just taken away by my depression, to be homeless, because I had nowhere to live. Like when I say I had nowhere to live, like I made a pretty good plan. I had a Mustang. I filled it up with all of my belongings. I sold and got rid of all of my belongings before I left. Like decluttered. Unfortunately, I probably gave my stuff to the Goodwill, and it's really not even like going to people who are in need. It just like makes fucking corporations richer. So whatever, we all make mistakes along the way. I'm not some fucking perfect enlightened being. There's no such thing as a perfect enlightened being, unless you read about them in fairy tales, which you guys are so used to, aren't you? well, Jesus was a perfect enlightened being, and Buddha. So, it's a really long story. Luckily I'm writing it all down, so I'm not going to be able to get it all through to you while I'm watching basketball, talking to you guys, and trying to tell you about my own personal spiritual journey, getting out of my depression, turning my depression around when I finally arrived in California, in Los Angeles, in downtown Los Angeles, around Halloween, 2009-ish. So, yeah, I remember I wanted to go. There was I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like a party. There's gonna be people like in costumes and outfits, and they're gonna be having a ball and a biscuit just on the streets of Los Angeles. So apparently, I had some misconception about this giant party city that Los Angeles is, and I was just gonna go there, and I was gonna get out of my depression by trying to become a comedian, becoming famous, and being a comedian on stage, getting noticed, and then interestingly enough, while I was well, let's get into it exactly when I got there. So I literally drove up to Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, which is the city, the inner city, and I had a fucking Polaroid camera, which still took snaps, still had flash, and I had to fucking wind it up. I had to wind up my fucking Polaroid camera when I drove to fucking Los Angeles, because I didn't want to be around anyone anymore. I didn't want to fucking do anything. I didn't want to jerk off. I didn't want to have a girlfriend or have sex. I didn't want to teach kids anymore. Matter of fact, the only thing I wanted to do was get out of my depression or just be swallowed by it. So I drove to California, made a plan. I had a fucking triptych. A triptych is well, I went to AAA, and I plotted out my destinations, which was Jacksonville, North Carolina, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Las Vegas, and then Los Angeles. It's about 4,000-mile triptych I had. So I'm driving to Los Angeles on a whim with a triptych and with a Polaroid camera, and with all my belongings in my car. And I have it. I got lost a few times on the way, like twice on the way there. I got pulled over 6 times on the way there. See, like this is not a short story. I can't just fucking. There's like 8 billion stories in between all this, and there's a million lessons that I learned. How did you become the flat earther, Dan? Well, by asking questions when I was in school. Like, how do you guys know what color the dinosaurs are? Give him ADD, give him Ritalin. He's asking what color the dinosaurs are, and how do you know that they have feathers? And well, it's like you're showing me these pictures of dinosaurs, and they're all different colors, and they have different scales and feathers. How do you guys know that? If you weren't if you weren't around back then, how did you know that? Shit. Give him Ritalin. He's got ADD. Put him in the special classes. It's a very simple pattern. I study patterns. I follow patterns. I see how the waves form in the sand, and I remember it, and I just let it go. Okay, just let it go. How's the feed going? How's the video feed going? How's the audio going? Let me know in the chat room. It's wow, we're getting destroyed. It's 57-40. Orlando Magic is beating the Lakers, and it's about to be halftime. See, like back in the day, when I would get like super into this, I'd get like super into this, and I'd give my energy away to it. You give your energy away to shit that doesn't matter, like watching wrestling, WWE, which luckily I don't watch anymore. See, I don't watch that anymore. The football season's over, so thank God for that. Don't have to watch. Well, I just came in. I'm in the process of. I had a chance to win a couple of hundred or a few $100 for fantasy football. So I'll always. That's another reason why I pay attention to sports, is because, well, you can use the government's loopholes against them, and you can make money off of sports, because there's things called FanDuel. FanDuel is illegal in New York, by the way, which is the place I was just living at, and it's legal here. Yeah, it's halftime. So I'm going to put it on mute. And I'm going to play some fucking classical music. And I'm going to check out how you guys are doing in the chat room. And ask some questions in the chat room. I'll answer any questions that you guys have. Yeah, that I got pulled over. I remember I got pulled over 6 times, and I talked my way out of 4 of them. 4 out of 6. I talked my way out of 4. So let me get this straight. I got pulled over, a drug dog sniffing my fucking Mustang, playing hacky sack with the fucking police officers to get myself out of tickets, telling jokes to the police officers to get out of the tickets. Wait, so you're? Yeah, I'm a comedian. I'm making the old trip from the East Coast to the West Coast. Gotta go. So yeah, that's the old dream. So if you live in the West Coast, then if you were born in the West Coast and you live in the West Coast, then you make the trip to New York City. You try to make it big in New York City. And if you were born in the East Coast in New York City or Buffalo, like I was, then you make the trip to Los Angeles or California. I'm going to California with the naked in my heart. See, and then you do that, and they each think they're so cool. Well, I made the trip. I made the trip to California. I'm cooler than you. I was on stage, and I was in front of Garrett Morris and one of the Wayans brothers, and I talked with David Foley from the Canadian show, The Kids in the Hall. And I touched, it's like, yeah, I could tell you all these fun celebrity stories, but it's all ego competition driven, ego spirited Satanism. Every time I go on stage, I end up getting kicked off of the stage because I tell too much truth. I want 50% of the crowd with their mouth wide open and giggling and smiling and laughing. And I want 50% of the crowd angry and in an uproar. And I just like, calm the fuck down. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Yeah, I know there's a guy telling the truth, and that he kind of like is he like love filled? Is his intent like filled with love? Is he trying to like be like just really like satirically narcissistic and pessimistic and is he like, I think he's making a joke of it all. And then the other comedians are like, fuck man, I just want to have sex and tell disgusting, hate-filled, ego competition, making fun of the crowd, making fun of the other comedians. You want me to make fun of the crowd? You want me to make fun of the other comedians? That's what you want. That's what it takes to become famous. You got to make fun of the crowd. You got to make fun of the other comedians. Well, that's one way of doing it. That's one way of getting ultra successful really quickly. Don't make excuses why you couldn't make it in Hollywood. All you needed to do, Dan, was fuck some older ladies and sell your soul for Warner Brothers and whoever else tried to get in contact with you. I have 2 chats. No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's really, really an interesting predicament to be in, to want to make people laugh through comedy. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Like there's ways to do comedy without being a stand-up comedian. But you can't call yourself a stand-up comedian unless you are one. Do you get professionally paid? Do you get, well, no, Dan, but I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been on the circuit for 15 years. You know, I've made the tours. I've gone to New York and Texas and, you know, Bakersfield and I've done all these terrible, shitty ass gigs that no one would ever do, and I'll be in a room with 10 people or 1 person or 50 people or 100 people. I get told all the time what I am or what I am not. So don't let me tell you what you are and what you are not. You're not a comedian. You're not a scientist. You're not this. You're not that. You are, well hold on. Suddenly I identify as a Persian woman. I'm thinking of Marmar, if any of you in the chat didn't know. So I am a Persian woman. If you can't tell, I'm brown, and I have long, curly, black, brownish hair. I just grew out, you know, a little goatee here, and I am a Persian woman. So there's nothing you can do that can take away from that. Just because I have a penis and a ball sack with 2 balls in it, that does not matter. My genitals don't define my gender, okay? I am a Persian woman, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oops. It's halftime. Good, I'm glad some of you are laughing. Daniel, you are a Leo mid-heaven. It is literally written in the stars for you to be the center of attention and to make others laugh. This astrological placement is common for celebrities. So be. Hammer. Let's see here. So yeah, interesting. So I wonder. Oh, okay. So right now. So I hope you guys are liking my my YouTube channel. It's getting a little bit better. People in the chat room, I hope you guys like my YouTube channel. It is getting better. I said it was going to get better, and gosh darn it, if I ain't mistaken, it's getting better. Although my Nassim Haramein video was both of them, part 1 and part 2, were interrupted. They were both interrupted, and I didn't get to call them out exactly like I wanted to, and I still had a bunch more to say. It's like, damn. But it's all right, because I still have to call out a lot of people. Like Bruce Lipton. Although I'm going to call out, so when I call out to these people, when I'm calling out these people, I'm a lot meaner if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to be calling out Mark Dice, Michio Kaku, David Wilcock and Corey Good. All astrophysicists. I'm literally, the video is going to be called Calling Out Free Thinkers, number 15. All astrophysicists. So I'm going to be calling out all astrophysicists on the planet at once. The next video would be called Calling Out Free Thinker, number 16. It'll say all pilots, all air navigators, all plane navigators. So I'm going to call out all the pilots on the world at once, and I'm going to tell them this could possibly get me in trouble, but I like to do stuff like this. So I'm going to send like that. No, it's not going to get me in trouble. I'm just fucking around. I'm just going to say, yeah, all pilots, just, you know, just like you all have a chance to just, you can, I know it's like programmed, it's all pre-programmed. You don't do anything. You just like, who knows? I see that. I can't. I'm gonna get a lot of good pilot stories. I've heard a lot. I've heard of pilots jerking off in the cockpit. I've heard of pilots fucking in the cockpit. They're what are they called? Stewardesses, stewardess, or no, they don't. They're not called that anymore. They're a flight attendant. I've heard a lot of dirty things, so I'm not gonna get into that now. So who else? I'm gonna call out Matt and Trey Parker, the creators of South Park. I'm gonna call out a lot of good people. Well, that's nice to hear. My birthday is August 27th, 1985. I'm not going to waste my time with Art Bell on that. He's a lost soul. Although he does have a lot of followers, but it's not like, I don't want to just leech off of poor Art's brainwashed followers. Annoyed me when he interviewed Morgile. Oh, Art Bell. Oh man. Oh man, Art. Art. I bet you if you look up Art Bell in the gematria, it'll say like 33 or something like that. I don't bet you, but yeah. Midnight Rose said, I've been crying all night about my deceased father whose birthday is in a week. I've been laughing since I've been here. Well, that's good. Let's see here. 8 people watching. That's lovely. Thanks, everyone. How much longer is this for? Probably like another hour. Now you're going to see me get excited. It's 57-40, and I hope to see a nice Los Angeles Laker comeback. I am the hunter of invisible game. Let's see here. Yeah, some are so pathetic it's not even worth calling them out. Like picking on a poor kid. Oh, hold on, everyone. I'm gonna pour myself another drink and turn on the Lakers game because the second half just started. So one of my buddies in New York. So one of my buddies in New York, I go, do you still watch Raw? WWE Raw, Monday Night Raw. I said, I can barely watch. I can barely watch the pay-per-views now. So they used to have pay-per-views once a month, but now they have them twice a month because it's so shitty. He said, I watch everything. I've been watching more overseas and Ring of Honor though. SmackDown is so much better than Raw. NXT is king. I'm hoping for Tuesday. Oh, okay, never mind. That's a personal issue. Everyone's like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's talking about all of this NXT. Man, I want to hear. You can say whatever you want. Say whatever you want in the chat. It's nice. It's interesting. I really do have like a troll repellent. Like trolls are scared of me. Oh yeah, I know why. Because they're scared of the fucking truth. Slice and dice. Look at this shit. You wanna buy this for yourself. Profit from happiness. The unity of wealth, work, and personal fulfillment. This is what I'm currently reading. Gems from the Equinox. Getting into some magic. Instructions by Aleister Crowley. For his own magical order, selected by Israel Regardi. Also, say hi. Praise Bob. Praise Bob. Hey, praise Bob. Oh, they're scared of you too, Felix, huh? What chapter am I on here in this Masonic tome? Oh, the history of Freemasonry. The constitutions of the Freemasons, containing the history, charges, regulations of that most ancient and right worshipful fraternity for the use of the lodges. Now, if I read this, see, I'm not even allowed to read most of the stuff because it's all copyrighted. And I can only read from the book if I'm giving it a review, a short and quick review. Yo, what's up, Aquarius? Yo, 420, I'm about to hit some of that. But these are, I'm learning about, let's so to say, rising in the degrees of the Freemasonry. I'm self-taught. Stupid idiots. Oh, you guys will believe. Yo, listen, everyone who's listening, you're not a scientist. You're not intelligent. You're not a free thinker. You're not a Mason. You're not a comedian. You're not anything. The government gave you that. The government gave you that. Don't you know? The government did that for you. You didn't do nothing for you. The government did everything for you. Don't you know? Damn right, Aquarius. You're goddamn right. Yeah, no, I watch Russian vids, new videos on Ivanka Trump was born a man. Yeah, no, I seen that shit. I seen that shit a while back. Yeah, that all that shit's gross. Matter of fact, when I was fucking homeless in downtown Los Angeles, I was at a fucking Starbucks, and I was hit on by a transgender. Definitely. I mean, and the weird thing is that she looked like a he, or he looked like a she. It's not like it was ugly. Like it had big fake tits, a slim girlish figure, but its hands were still just huge. Too huge of hands. Its head was just. I'm like, wow, that's weird that I was slightly attracted to that for 1 second. And then I go, oh, there's an Adam's apple and a hairline. So, and it especially makes more sense when she comes and she's peeing next to me in the bathroom that I'm in the urinal that I'm in. That's when the red alarms go off. No, but yeah, that's for real, man. Like, this transgender things, they look like fucking females. Apparently, Megan Fox is a tranny. There's actually footage of Megan Fox on the red carpet saying, "I'm a tranny," interrupting the interviewer, and then saying, "No, wait." When the interviewer goes, "Wait, what? You're a tranny?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm a man." So Megan Fox said, "Oh, I'm a tranny. I'm a man." Megan Fox is really hot. Well, it was really hot before the surgery, and all of a sudden, all the surgery starts to happen to Megan Fox after the Transformers movie. I wonder what she's transforming into. I wonder what she's wonder what agenda, a transhumanist agenda, these Satanists are trying to promote via Hollywood, celebrity, ego-driven competition, like what all I've been talking about this whole entire time. Are you enjoying this, chatters? Is this nice? Oh, what do you know? Oh shit, Lakers are starting to come back. Like I said, we were down 17, now we're down 10. Oh, Lakers just blocked them. Here they come. Now I'm going to commentate. Nick Young, number 0, dribble, 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 passing it to Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson makes a move, goes to the basket, throws up a floater, misses. Laker get a rebound. Oh, off the feet of the Lakers, out of bounds. Orlando ball. Oh, Beba. See, I can commentate. I can start commentating. I can do their job. I can make you understand even basketball that you're not watching. Oh, 3-pointer by the Orlando Magic in the corner baseline. Lakers, Orlando Magic 69 points. Lakers 56. We're down 13 points. Our point guard D'Angelo Russell at the top of the key, dribbling. A pick comes. Mozgov. He throws it down to Mozgov. A pick and roll. Gets it stripped. Orlando strips it. Taking it. Off of Magic. Turnover. Our ball. Back to the Lakers. See, I can make you understand this. Let's see here. Clippers versus Knicks NBA Finals. No, Aquarius. I already said. Orlando Magic, 69 points. Los Angeles Lakers, 56 points. 5:15 left in the third quarter. Lakers ball. And we're talking about anything and everything, and how can they sleep at night? Well, how can they sleep at night? Luol Deng. Oh, passes to D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell makes a move. Easy layup. 2 points, 58-69. 11-point game. Orlando Magic's got a nice squad. Serge Ibaka with the jumper. He missed. Jody Meeks, ex-Laker, with the layup. God damn it, Jody Meeks. Jordan Clark's. Nope. There we go. There we go. Come on. Sorry. All right, so. Oh, yeah, that's just an ugly looking shot. Ugly looking shot there. Oh, God. Speaking of ugly shots. Well, I got to pour myself another drink. Hold on. Oh, Bizback Biombo. Aaron Gordon, slam dunk champion. He is a fucking monster. You got fucking, look at this giant team. Bizback Biombo, Serge Ibaka, Aaron Gordon. Orlando Magic is fucking huge. Got a bunch of 6'10", 7-footers out there. We're only down like 12 points, 13 points. All right, I'm going to pour a drink. Be right back. Ask some questions.
In North America now, I'd like a really great deal. Like the big finish event in January 1st. The product for load both side and receive you with the 3,500 total pass allowance in the purchase of the 2018 Pacific Unlimited.
Sweet, you know we're craving right now? Crispy chicken and fried egg with bacon. That's brunch.
Brunch? But it's 8 p.m. and it's Tuesday.
Huh. I wonder if my mother would like to stay with us.
Here's what I'm thinking. Brunch. All day, every day. Should we get started? Who wants coffee? Introducing my new brunch menu with 10 delicious items like a bacon and egg chicken sandwich, Southwest grandma plate, a sparkling blood orange cooler, and home-style potatoes. Served all day, every day. Only at Jack in the Box. So what would you like?
Can I have a 2017 Lexus LX570 with dual screen entertainment?
Hey, sorry, everyone. Damn. All right. If you had to do a duet with one of these artists, who would it be? MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice? Well, Jesus Christ. Give me a better choice than that. But obviously the Hammer. Obviously the Hammer. I'm going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Man, I was doing that motherfucking hammer a long time ago, back when the cassettes were out. Cassettes tape were out. I'm about to do the motherfucking hammer right now. Oh, don't get me going. Let's see here. How he actually mixes drinks. Yeah, I put some orange juice and cranberry vodka in there, or cranberry raspberry, not cranberry vodka. It's gin with orange juice and raspberry cranberry. Let's see here. Can't touch this. Hey, question, Dan. How long have you been with the subgenius, and how did you come across it? Well, I've been an official member of the subgenius this past year. An official member this past year. I've known about the subgenius organization, religion, whatever the fuck you want to call it, party. I came across the subgenius work through Robert Anton Wilson, and Robert Anton Wilson's one of my biggest mentors. Since I don't have many living mentors, my mentors seem to be deceased, like Alan Watts, Robert Anton Wilson, Terence McKenna. But so Robert Anton Wilson's always talking about in his books he talks about Robert Anton Wilson's got like he's got 23 or he's got 33 books. And all his books are amazing, and he's got fiction and nonfiction, and he's a member. Robert Anton Wilson was a subgenius. He passed the same year that my brother passed, actually. There's no such thing as coincidence. And I noticed he was wearing a J.R. Bob Dobbs shirt in some of his pictures, in multiple pictures. And I noticed he was speaking with some of the co-founders of the Subgenius Foundation, which is Ivan Stang and Malaclips the Younger. And so they have all these code names and different aliases that they used for their different magical orders that they were a part of. And J.R. Bob Dobbs is the prophet in the Church of the Subgenius. And the more and more I got into Robert Anton Wilson and Alan Watts, and like, well, when I started to go through my spiritual phase after I got out of my depression. So probably when I was around 23 years old. And then from 24 on, and I just keep going back to it. I've read almost all of Robert Anton Wilson's books. And I still have like 5 more to go. So I've read a lot. I've read a lot of his books. Yeah, I've been staying in Philo Drummond, and I talk to Philo Drummond. Like and there's other leaders of the Subgenius that are Philo Drummond. Ivan Stan and Philo Drummond are still. They still do Subgenius work, and they still spread the message of Slack all over the internet, the Ethernet. Yeah, Carrie Thornley too. Yeah, Malaclips was Carrie Thornley, and Carrie Thornley was involved with the the JFK assassinations. It's like the OTO which is another magical order that Aleister Crowley made up. He invented that. So like, people just have all these different misconceptions and misunderstandings, and they spread misinformation and disinformation all over, just because they're not studious enough to actually do the work, because it takes hundreds and thousands of hours of actual reading, spending your money, because all those books that I just showed you are at least $50 each, except for the Jake Ducey one. The Masonic set that I'm reading right now is a 7-volume set called The History of Freemasonry that you can find online. Albert Mackey is a 33rd degree Freemason. It's an over $666 set. I say that just to rub in the stupid delusional conspiratorial people. I love rubbing in their faces, their own hatred in their own faces. How ridiculous it is. Bob Dobbs, Bob Dobbs, Bob Dobbs, Bob Dobbs. Yeah, so now I actually just got to come to X Day in Southern Ohio next 5th of July. Yes. Yeah, Hal's the other guy I talked to, Felix. I need a baptism is right. Yeah, so like all of these in Robert Anton Wilson's book, one of the main legendary characters, his name is Hagbard Celine, and he's like this half Atlantean, super Jack Sparrow macho type of dude, but he's like super supremely intelligent and intuitive at the same time. He's goddamn half Atlantean. His name's Hagbard Celine. He owns a golden submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. So Hagbard Celine, he owned a golden submarine that can travel to the bottom of the ocean and not get injured at all, you know, like from the density of the water. And actually his golden submarine can communicate with all life forms, whales and dolphins. And actually dolphins are called delphines. They're of the delphine species, and they speak Delphine. If only you can hear the language of the delphines, the Delphian language. And so Hagbard Celine is half Atlantean, and the Delphine dolphins are protecting Atlantis down there. And since Hagbard Celine's super cool, the dolphins let him go by, because the dolphins have technology of their own. Like, there's different oceans underneath the oceans, so there's like different chambers to different secret Middle Earth, so to speak. August. Oh, okay. Solar eclipse. August Jackson, Western, best place to witness it. Okay. So, so my point here is Hagbard Celine. His golden submarine he can even fly out of the fucking ocean and turn his golden submarine into a UFO. Exactly. Oh yeah, and Hagbard Celine, he's what would be called a quintuple agent or a quintet. So it's like normally James Bond. Oh, that's a good question, Cindy. Normally James Bond, he's like a triple agent because James Bond works for the M5, which is British intelligence. So these are like real things based off of real life. And so the M5 is one form of government, Secret Service, and then the FBI is another, and then the CIA, and then the Illuminati. Oh! And then you've got the AA, which is the real Illuminati. People just call everyone in the chat room. You think you guys know what the Illuminati is, but you have no idea at all. And so you guys just call it you coined the term the Illuminati. When in reality, you're all clueless as to what the real Illuminati is. And they're actually called the AA. And the AA is actually a real secret society that's still active today. So there's layers to this. It took me almost a whole decade of figuring out not to be worried anymore because you don't know enough to worry. Cindy, you said to subgenia, I think of the flat Earth, or you probably said, do they think that the Earth is flat, or what do they think of it, of the flat Earth? It's split. There's a whole inside of the subgenius religion is just a whole bunch of half-truthers that get offended by the flat Earth. So it's 50-50. I noticed that there's 50%. It's like 50% of people of the subgenius. They're rarely open to the flat Earth and they want to learn about it. And the other 50, they're just half-truthers, globalists, just like all the rest of them that are easy to see through. So it's not an issue with the subgeniuses, like Felix said, but I do notice in the subgenius pamphlets and in the Bible, the subgenius Bibles specifically, because there's 3 of them. There's 3 subgenius Bibles, and I have all 3 of them. They use flat Earth symbology and flat Earth models in a lot of their pictures. So when I see that, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! I'm like, that's pretty intense. So yeah, my life has become one crazy video game, and I like it, and it's getting better, and I'm learning a lot more ever since I've become a flat earther. Even though you don't become a flat earther, we were all born earthers, and we all would have grew up and just by default, if we hadn't have learned and been programmed with the heliocentrism, globalism, and indoctrinated that in the public schools or even in fucking homeschools, we would have said, well, it's flat. It's flat because it looks flat, and we're going to keep doing the experiments and proving it together more and more, so we know as conclusively as we can get. Terence McKenna calls that true enough. That's true enough. And Robert Anton Wilson says, I hate the word is. That's why I don't like to say, well, it is flat, because I don't like the word is anymore. I know it's not a ball, and I know that it always looks flat. So my model is it's flat. spherical, hollow, and there's interdimensional, like hyper dimensional levels that we can step into. There's definitely some sort of magical dimensions involved with it. And it, as much as I don't like to, you can learn, you can suddenly meet someone who just obviously knows way more, who has obviously got way more shit together going. They have connected the dots. They're so much more calm and loving, and less hostile and less tense. And it's like, bringing down my serious level and bringing a levity and humor to things that's a lot better than being filled with love. Is a lot better than spreading fear. What's that you're drinking? You're not playing by their rules. What is the AA Alcoholics Anonymous? What is it? What do you mean? It's a fucking religious brainwash system, and it turns you. They're all a bunch of enablers. They're all like a secret club where they all drink together and they all pretend to be fucking fixed. Going completely off topic with that. Jeez. I mean, no big deal there, Vam C. But that is pretty off the topic there. Darren Fuchs. I have come to see that our world is flat and the globe is a lie. Yeah, that's what happens. Lakers are coming back. Lakers are starting to come back. It's 88-79, so that is a 9-point game. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That is the final quarter. Yeah, dude. Operation Mindfuck is when I first saw the Operation Mindfuck video that you all can go watch yourselves on YouTube. I was like, yes, that's it. That's me. That's what I'm a part of. That's what I'm spreading. That's what I'm doing. Thank God. Thank you. Thank you, Raw. Thank you, Raw. Thank you, Bob. Praise Bob. I saw that video long time ago. Oh, the AA. Yeah. I got you now, Van C. Now I got you what you mean. I got you. My bad, my bad, my bad. Yeah. Oh, good. All right, good. I got you now. I'm glad. Good. I'm glad. Now everyone's much more confused, and that's how it should be, because only the pure-hearted could touch this stuff. Only the pure-hearted can touch this stuff. So all you trolls and all you evildoers out there, and all you feel filled with fear and hate, you can't touch me, and you can't touch, you know, the source, the true essence, the true ethereal nature of things. Shit's just coming off my tongue. Yeah, so the AA is not a part. So now here comes the delusional people in the chat room, everyone. So now this is fun. This will be fun. So we got here Mary Mason. Her name is, interestingly enough, her last name is Mason. AA is not a part of Operation Mindfuck. Cindy Pritchard. Dan, can you speak more of the AA Illuminati? So she wants to know more about the actual real Illuminati instead of the fake one that everyone calls it. Forgetting going to Moon, America, we are going to Mars in 33 years. You said the real Illuminati is AA. I just wanted to know what it stands for. Yeah, no, I got you, bro. Yeah, I know. I'm in Australia. People do not want to hear it, but it is the truth. Haha. Yamzi Das is trolling. No, he's not trolling. He actually is on the level. Yep. Good for you, Runaway. You did some research. So the AA stands for Argentinum Astrum, and you're gonna need a lot more research than a quick Google research look into what AA stands for, the real meaning of it, to actually have any idea of what the fuck I'm talking about. This shit goes so deep that it makes me calm. Do you notice I suddenly become calm? Because there's nothing to worry about. Do your own fucking research. The level classic Mason. Yeah, Masons are so scary. Although, I wonder, since all sports is Freemasonry linked, because all the Jews, they're in charge and they own all of the sports headquarters and all of the sports organizations. Dan, David Stern gave it up to Adam Silver, okay? Okay? Yeah, it's called Spy versus Spy. That's Jew versus Jew. That's the same. I'm not saying all Jews are evil, you stupid, stupid people. God, they're just so fucking filled with such assumptions. It makes me want to spit in your face, but I never would, because I'm not a dirty fucking globehead. That's what dirty globeheads do. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal's a high-level Freemason, but Shaq is a giant. Shaq is a giant. He's 7'1", 300 pounds. In his prime, people like to say, this motherfucker's almost 7'2", 350. That's pretty big that people would say that. How big? Well, he's at least 7 feet tall. 7'1", almost 7'2", 350-pound man. That's called a giant. What's a good way to herd the entire world's best athletes? How do you do that, people? How do you herd the world's best, fastest, strongest people, tallest, fastest, best athletes? How do you herd them all? Oh, Olympics, sports. Get them to conform and only do that and only be a slave to that system. Okay, fuck, man. Man, these guys are getting really strong and really fast. Man, even the white people, man, even the white people are strong and fast now. Fuck. So how do we get all these how do you get all these giants together? How do you round up the giants? Do you get the point of what I'm getting to? How do you round up all these people are the smallest person on the court for a point guard is usually about 6 foot tall. That's as tall as me. Actually, the average size of a point guard, which is the smallest height position in the NBA, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center is the tallest. Shaq is the center. He was the tallest center of all time, was almost 8 feet tall. These are giants, people. They're hurting them because they're scared of them. They don't want all these giants being really good hunters and gatherers. Imagine if all these fucking football, soccer, baseball, basketball, MMA, UFC, dude, that's fucking billions of people that are super strong and super fast. Imagine if they turned them into all these people into critical thinkers, made them into hunters and gatherers and in touch with the earth and nature. Have you ever thought about that one? Have you thought about that one yet? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. I met a Mason once. He came around to fix my washing machine. He liked being offered to initiate me into a lodge. Exactly. Like, dude, Vamsi's not even kidding there. He's like, some of you probably reading that like think he's joking. I can immediately read that and know that he's serious. But at the same time, I hope Vamsi's Das comes in the chat room and goes, Dan, yeah, that was a joke I made up. And I'll say, yeah, I knew it was a joke, you stupid idiots. Herd the giants into a cave, or trade them between teams with money. Yeah, exactly. The shush money. Fuck, I never thought about it that way, Dan. You're tying flat earth, sports, indoctrination, and giants. And guess how long this has been going on? By the way, guys, do you want to know who invented baseball and basketball and football? All Jewish Freemasons. Might want to do your research, people. Dan, I can't believe you're still watching TV. Well, I know a lot more about all these so-called Jewish Freemasons now and how they invented shit. Because the compass and the ruler and level is the exact symbols of the baseball field. It's this exact symbol of the baseball field. And they even got a certain amount of degrees on their baseball stitches with the red bloody stitches that they have on their baseball around the world. Let's sing their song. What's the song at the ballpark where you're eating a hot dog song? Please, somebody put it so I can start singing that. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't mind if I ever get back. So it's roots, roots, roots for the home team. I'm draining patriotic symbolisms in your head. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out until you're all dead. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Money makes the world go round. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Good, I'm glad you guys are having a fucking hoot and a holler in there. I was getting a suds overload error. So we cleared out the gray water outlet. Problem solved. We need more SUD solutions to clean up the SUD overload around the water. Exactly. This is this. No, I'm not going to sing the song that never ends. Well, looks like the Lakers, unless they do some sort of crazy comeback, we ain't gonna win this. Yes, they also created NASA. That is for sure. Oh, wow. I got a lot of messages. 33 messages in this one group. There's a big difference in not knowing what the shape the planet is via indoctrination and murdering animals and eating their dead bodies. Of course, most vegan were at one point meat eaters, myself included. Yes, I know that. That's why I called you out. But once I really understood... Oh, okay. But once I really understood what happens to get on my plate, I stopped eating them immediately. For me, it wasn't just giving up meat. If you can get in touch with your internal empathy and compassion, you could give up meat right this instant. Apathy and stubbornness are what contribute to globe head logic and meat eating logic. Yeah, and he said that because I said all flat earthers, geocentrists, syncretists, or whatever you want to say were globe heads at one point. Same with being a meat eater. All vegans were once meat eaters, unless they had awesome parents. There are levels, scales, or degrees and everything, which we were just talking about. And also the anti-cannabis people I will be addressing soon too. Oh yes, I will be coming with the hammer down on you anti-cannabis people. Very, very, very lost and confused people. Lost souls you are. So I said, so yes, you agree with everything I said, because it's true. So then by saying shit like this, if you can get in touch with your internal empathy and compassion, you can give up meat right this instant. You immediately are putting yourself above me, like I'm not in touch with my inner empathy and compassion. It's shit like that that annoys the fuck out of me. And he posted his video, which was Philly something on the on YouTube. He has this flat Earth versus veganism video, and I watched it. And he said that because I was gonna address the flat Earth and I was gonna address the vegans versus the meat eaters. I'm gonna make my own flat Earth veganism vegans versus meat eaters flat Earth video, and he shared his video with me, and he said, okay. He said, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm literally saying that you can. I'm not above you. You perceive that via your guilty conscience, bro. And he put perceive in all caps. I said, I quoted you. I was at where you're at before. I said, haha, I'm 31. I'm a Virgo. I'm way ahead of the curve. He said, me too. So what? And I said, I'll watch your video though. I'm not trying to argue. I was simply trying to give you my experience. I said, me neither. Settle down, bro. And I put bro in quotes. Because I was being clever. Because he said bro to me. He said, by watching your video, I can see what kind of person you are. So I will shut up now and wish you the best, Daniel. Smiley face. I said, good move. He said, many flat blessings upon you, bro. Bro. And he was being clever there. And I winked at him and said, thanks. And I said, I also noticed fake vegans too. Vegans pretending to be vegan. Laugh out loud. Of course, there are fake everything. He said, fake 9/11 truthers, fake smart people, fake scientists. I said, yes, easy to spot for me. Pretty much my profession at this point. Pretending to be a vegan online and to their family, and then eating a fresh multi-meat sandwich meal in front of me. Tisk, tisk, tisk. How noble of them. What double lives they're leading. And then now we're both on the same page, and he said, I was talking to this chick the other day, and she said she was vegetarian. I said, that's cool. And she said, well, sometimes they eat hot dogs and chicken and fish. And I was like, alrighty then. And he said, I said, just finished your video, pretty damn good, bro. And I said, ha, exactly, total liars, delusional. They lie like it's breathing. You lie like it's breathing. Oh. You lie, you just lie. It's natural to you. You just keep lying. That now this is the conversation I'm reading. Lying is their natural state. I gave up table salt, soda pop, fast food when I was 19. Coincidentally, the year I started smoking cannabis. Derp derp. The derp derp is just my version of a gut punch to the anti-cannabis people reading this. No worries, mate. And this gets into it more, but yeah. That's fun though. I figured you guys would. Oh, Robert Anton Wilson, by the way, he was a vegetarian. I think he even tried vegan for a year, but I know he was a vegetarian for a solid year. And like I said, maybe a vegan, maybe. And but I know he was a vegetarian for at least a year, maybe even two. And it's like I was a vegetarian for a year, and yeah, it did help me a lot. It did help me a lot. And I'm not saying that I will never be a vegan, because I definitely will be a vegan one day. I am going to experiment. I'll be a vegan for a year, and then maybe even upgrade to a raw vegan for a year. I do experiments. I put myself and my ego, my ego personality, I put it, like I said earlier, I put its head in a door and I slam it. So I do things called brain change. I like to fuck with and expand my consciousness, my neurology via purposeful, conscious, aware, intentful brain change. That's good stuff to do. Notice how I'm staring at you? That means you know I'm serious, right? You know I'm serious when I'm staring at you. Yeah, now I'm going to just read the comments, because I'm getting out of here pretty soon. All right, come on, guys, give up the meat. It's good for your heart. So I've got a lot of freaking vegetarians and vegans that I'm triggering right now. Oh, it's stuck. Vegan power. A good quote for empathy. I think it's from a meat eater. So I'm not sure it counts. The person who said it was in a general in the Navy. Got to check the fact. Stopped eating carcasses about 20 months ago. Never looked back. Guilt made me do it. I was watching some YouTube channel yesterday, and it was about Antarctica, and it seemed to have some good info, all up to date, and then he starts talking about secret space program, and I had to question a credibility. Yeah, it's because you have a brain in your head, Darren. I have 4 kids. My partner thinks I'm crazy for thinking like this, including eating meat. She says it will make no difference if I don't eat. Dan, you cool if you eat meat? Yeah, I know. I know, dude. And thinks I'm brainwashing my children. I am trying to give them a different perspective to see the world and their actions in it. Let's see here. Dairy is blood. Put an unfertilized chicken egg provides protein. If you have protein issues, however, eat nuts. I have smoked pot for 18 years. Now it's done me no harm. I drink clean water. Yeah, Mary Mason. I stopped drinking milk when I was. I forgot to add that one to the list too. I stopped drinking that disgusting milk from tortured animals when I was 19 years old too. I've just been. I know I drink organic. What is it? Non-pasteurized organic milk. Where the cattle is actually free-range cattle. So even though it says that and it makes me feel better, and that's why I can justify having a bowl of cereal with my organic milk in it. Yeah, that's my justification about things. I'm not going to try to make excuses about it, but I did stop I stopped, like I said, eating fast food and pop and drinking milk when I was 19 and table salt. I was a vegetarian for a year because of a girl. She really helped me out. that was awesome of her to help me like buy organic fruits and vegetables and to cook the meals together and shit. That was awesome. Yeah, so I drink. I don't drink. I stopped drinking tap water when I was 19 years old. Like this is when I started smoking. This is not a coincidence here. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because the Lakers lost. I'm gonna turn on some music, I think. But yeah, everyone listening, I hope can everyone thumbs up this if you enjoyed watching this or enjoying watching this, and that would be very nice of you, and I would appreciate that. Spread the good news. Spread the great work. The great work. You call sitting down and talking about personal stories and taking 2 bong rips and having 2 drinks and telling personal tragedy stories and trying to connect the dots really quickly in a matter of 2 hours while I'm watching the Lakers game, talking in the chat room with everyone. Do you think that really makes a difference, Dan? You're not making a difference. You're not helping people think. You're not making people critically think. You're not making people critically think, Dan. So if I haven't made you critically think, push thumbs down on this video, please. But if I have made you critically think, press thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. From a young age, I have communicated with plants. Plants have feelings also. Some wish to be eaten. They communicate to each other. Yeah, I can totally fucking see that and understand that, considering that some plants are meat eaters. Just something those vegans forget about. Plants are meat eaters. Some plants eat meat. They eat flesh. Some plants eat flesh, literally. Earther Academy on YouTube has videos on how to make clean water. Exactly. And Terrence McKenna has Mary Mason said, yes, well, the plant wants you to eat its fruit, so you poop the seed out. And also Terrence McKenna has an amazing quote. He said that plants invented animals because, well, what you just said, they needed somebody to carry the seeds around. Plants needed fingers. They didn't have, plants don't have appendages and hands and fingers like us, and we can carry stuff around in our bellies and poop stuff out and create life like bears and raccoons and deers. Owls and yeah, good grief. So yeah, happy pagan holidays, everyone. All you Christians watching, and all your holy days derived from put the Christ back in Christmas. And that's not how it works. You're mistaken. You're brainwashed. Has nothing to do with that at all. Oh, well, thank you, Dustin. Says you're welcome, and I don't just give any thumbs up to any episode. Well, I must have entertained you for a solid 2 hours. Because I'm practicing my voice here. I gotta get my balance and aligning the chakras, integrating the chakras. I have a big bundle of wisteria seed pods that randomly explode. The seeds land at least 3 to 4 feet away. Opinion is really the lowest form of human knowledge. It requires no accountability, no understanding. The highest form of knowledge is empathy, for it requires us to suspend our egos and live in another's world. It requires profound purpose, larger than the self kind of understanding. Yeah, I don't know who you quoted there. Oh, Bullard. That was good. Put the shrooms under the tree with the bunny poo. The sun shall rise after the crux. He's talking about astrology and constellations, and about how confused Christian people like to think that Jesus died for our sins and came and was dead for 3 days in a cave and then came back and resurrected 3 days later, when in reality that has to do with the constellation of the three kings, Orion, and they're pointing to Sirius, the brightest star in the sky. And when it's in its lowest position in the December solstice, it goes below the horizon. We can't see it because of perspective. Stupid glowheads. And it goes below the horizon, and then it rises 3 later. That's a star. That's a story. Mythology is created from the stars, creating fictional characters out of mythological allegories that come from the stars. As above, so below. You can't have as above, so below on a globe. That's impossible. There's no such thing as above, so below on a globe, because it's all relative. Up is down there, and down is up here. And yeah, sorry. It's all relative, actually. Everything is down and up, and east and west. It's all relative in their model. Everything, relativity takes care of everything, okay? Actually, the only way as above, macrocosm, and so below, microcosm, works is if it's a mirror. A mirror only works if it's a flat plane. You can't. How does a concave or a what's the other one? Concave and convex. How does a convex? Yeah. How do these surfaces reflect light again? Because only flat surfaces can reflect light. That's why a disco ball is a ball with tons of flat reflective mirrors on the surface of it. Because balls don't reflect light. You have to have flat mirror surfaces on the disco ball for it to reflect light. You stupid brainwashed assholes. So yeah, I'm done here. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I'm getting out of here. Go to my YouTube channel and watch all my other videos. And thumbs up all my other videos. Share all my YouTube videos anywhere in any groups. I don't fucking care. Message me on Facebook if you want to be my friend, because I don't just fucking accept everyone like you dirty, disgusting people out there. And I'm talking about majority girls. Because guys will, oh, hot girl, oh, I'll accept her. She's got tits. And girls, oh, wow, all these guys are, well, I don't know. I don't pay attention. I just accept anyone. Well, that's because you're unconscious. You're very unconscious. You just accept anyone. You don't think about the consequences of things. So yeah, I don't just accept anyone. So you might want to send a message to me on Facebook and say hello to me first before I accept you, instead of getting butthurt. Call me names. Why isn't he accepting me? You're a douchebag. You're an asshole. You're fake. You're a liar. You're the reason I haven't accepted you is because look at you. You're freaking out, and you're calling me names because I haven't accepted you on Facebook. Holy shit. That's a mental illness there. But yeah, I really enjoy talking with all of you. I thank all of you who actually listen, because you're very few and far between the people who listen, and I thank you for that, truly. And I hope you have an incredible fucking weekend, holiday, holy day. And I hope instead of making your resolutions just for the new year and the new month or however how long you think you're going to do it, you should make like daily tasks, little baby steps, daily resolutions, New Year's resolutions. Maybe you should have a daily resolution. As soon as you get up in the morning and before you even open your eyes. Thank you. I'm not gonna take offense to everyone. I'm not gonna take everything personally. I'm gonna try to spread some cheer and jeer and not be a Christmas stooge. It's tough to make people laugh and be funny at the same time. I'm learning how to do it. So thanks for bearing with me, everyone. And yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Talk to me however. Send me messages. I don't care. I like ideas. Ideas make us all thrive. Ideas make us thrive. Let's talk about ideas. Let's make more ideas. Come talk to me with ideas, not gossip. All right. Love you all.